Just like last year, I've made a video on what I think is going to be the skin reward of all eggs in the Easter event. Of course, not all eggs are going to hatch, some are more likely than others, and will be mentioning that when I predict the skin. I'm just doing all eggs because who knows which eggs will hatch. Starting with a claw machine egg. It is pretty likely for this egg to hatch, but coming up with a skin for it was pretty difficult. But what I came up with is pretty cool. It's a slime kid skin, and its summons are slime plushies being held by the claw. The tower itself could be a claw machine. Next is the cake egg. It is unlikely for this egg to hatch, because of the Make-A-Cake collaboration. But if it were to hatch, it would probably hatch into a cake cart kid skin, with the levels of the summon showcasing the cake making process like how the egg does. The tower itself could also represent the station where that process is done. For the mine egg it is also kinda unlikely, because Minesweeper is already a map in Tower Heroes. But if it were, probably a mine skin for El Goblino. Next is the goose egg. It is kind of likely for this egg to hatch, but the thing that drags it down a bit, because it already has an associated follower and sticker. But it's more likely compared to eggs with maps associated with them. What it's going to hatch though, it could be a goose wafer skin, with its melee attack being the goose pecking the enemy and its ranged attack spitting an egg. For the platinum egg, it is a little unlikely for this egg to hatch, because Relentless Reflections is a map, but since it's a pretty difficult egg to get because you have to defeat a boss, it's more likely than other map-related eggs. For the skin, it's most likely a reflected Jester skin, which the enemies that it summons could be fair reflected variants. So enemies like aliens, shrooms, and caged monsters could have reflected variants too. Or it could be a Mirage Wizard skin due to the similarities that Wizard and Mirage have. But the Tower Heroes devs are lazy, so it's probably the latter. For the bee egg, again it's unlikely to hatch, because it's map related, but if it were to, maybe it could be a remaster of an old Honeycomb heist skin, like Bee Cow. For the Infinity Egg, it is likely for this egg to hatch, but what exactly into? I am not sure. Maybe it could be an Eternity Hot Dog Frank skin, in where the attacks are Eternity. S ability as a boss in 2024 Halloween event. It could also just be its own idea altogether. For the Burrow Egg, again, unlikely because it's based off a map, but for a skin, please Hilo just give us Fox Nuki its name. And last is the Pixel Egg. It is extremely unlikely to hatch because the egg hunts from the last 2 years did not hatch into any skins. But if it did, probably a baby cart kid skin where he drives a tank I got.